Scouting report on me in terms of how like they were gonna take me out of a game, but I don't think there's really a way that any team can take me out of a game.
Man, Cooper, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. You ain't who you think you is. I've been down at Mount Bird. I coached down at Mount Bird. I've been in Mount Bird streets. I actually lived on campus when I was director of scouting, director of recruiting for Mount Bird down there. I know the training regimen that you on down there. I know the talent that they have coming in that surrounds you down there.
My question is though, if you didn't, why is this your lane all of a sudden? Like you was a coach at a really good, like, and then now you, why you? Hey, whatever. Why try to go at Coop right now? For what? This, hey, coach turned basketball podcaster. Hey, I'm here. I'm watching.
I know you have these college coaches come in there every single day. Your mindset was set on Duke, but they still coming in there, and that's still going to be gas to your fire. I know how the media covers Montverde down there, not just in Lake County, but in the city of Orlando, in the state of Florida, and now nationally. I know that they're saying that you're going to be the #1 pick in the 2025 NBA draft. I know that they're saying that you're going to be the first NBA player in the history of the state of Maine. And young man, that's a phenomenal accomplishment. And I wish you much success. But you got to realize this. When you get to the league, your mama's not going to be an assistant coach like she's been your entire life.
Oh?
You're not going to be playing with your twin brother like you've been playing with your entire life. You're not going to be playing with your homeboy whose dad is the head coach of your AAU team. And like it's been like that for your entire life. You're not going to be playing 16U, whereas you got evaluated. Whereas opposed to AJ DeBonsa, he got evaluated in 17U.
I ain't gonna lie, AJ is like that though. Hey, you just seen that one. That was tough. Okay, so I feel Buddy a little bit like, yes. You see, I feel this because I didn't say it myself, referring to people that I didn't grow up with. We're gonna take achievements and accomplishments that we did at adolescent, young teenagers, where some grew fast, some didn't, and we're gonna take that as face value against grown men, and now we're grown men, and think that shit when we was kids supersedes anything that's happening right now today. And so I feel him on that tip where it's like, yeah, you're getting evaluated on 16U. Like it's some of them other kids might not be developed bump physically, mentally. You know what I'm saying? As far as trying to quote unquote stop you. You know what I'm saying? Once you get up there, you gonna see that it's gonna be a lot of bigger bodies at the same size as him. A lot of times it looked like he was playing center, but only at 6'8", 6'9". That ain't really finna fly like that. If we're talking league, you got at 6'8", you supposed to be out on the perimeter. I don't know if he really hemming shit up, like, got the straps, but I know he can whoop some. He can whoop some, though. He can play some interior defense like a mug, though. I get that to him.
Ain't gonna be no hiding when you get to the NBA. So to sit there and say that you can't be scouted, there's no way for somebody to take you out of the game. Yo, man, you got a lot to learn. And I'm about to show you right now.
My Ducks, my Swans, welcome to the pod.
My name is Dorian from Group82Basketball.com, and right here We are watching Nike EYBL 16U footage
Split.
of Cooper Flagg and his Maine United team versus the #1 player in the country, Cameron Boozer, and a
I'm
Night
about to say Trey Ball.
In this play right here, Cooper is trailing the secondary break. Because he's a trail man, he gets a wide open left wing three. You see 3 defenders on Night Riders Elite. They're not concerned with Cooper because he's not a great shooter. One of the reasons you are not a great shooter, Cooper, is because of the inconsistent base. Your feet are unaligned. Anyone who's a great shooter knows that when you stutter step with your feet or your feet are unaligned, you're going to have an inconsistent release. For you to be great at the next level, Cooper, you're going to have to be a great shooter. So you're going to have to fix your base. Right here, you got a one-on-one matchup with Cameron.
But it look good, though.
You know that you're going to have to pull up for it because you can't beat him off the dribble. You're getting able to walk into this 3, but you do the exact same thing that you did on your last shot. Your feet aren't aligned. Since your feet aren't aligned,
but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, though. I feel. Did he make this?
Have an inconsistent.
Okay, he missed it. But it's like my feet don't set the same way every time. A lot of good shooters, I feel like they feet don't set the right way every time. How about this? I say this. Let me walk that back. Good scorers, great shooters have probably the same routine. You know, Duncan Robinson, Kyle Korver, Klay Thompson, you know, JJ Redick. They pretty much shoot the exact same time every time. They don't really mix it up. But Cooper Flagg's not looking to be a shooter. He's looking to be a scorer. And scorers, I feel like, can get it off any type of way. Kobe, Jordan, D-Book, KD, LeBron, Steph, like, it's not the exact same every time. It's going to look a little different. It's not always going to look good. Kyrie, Luka, you feel me? Like, it could look a little different, but at the same time, if that's what you work on, and it looked good going in, and it could be a little stutter step or a little he jab, and his foot might jab too far out, but then he still pull up, or he bring it back in, and now he tight, and he still pull up. And if he scored doing both, I don't see an issue. But hey, that's just me.
Release. And the last shot was short, and this one was long. You got to fix that if you want to be a great shooter at the NBA level. Even on your uncontested attempts, you're still doing the exact same thing. And this shot was short as well. Your teammate gets a great look-ahead pass. This is a shot you will get in the NBA. And as you can see, your feet are not aligned again. And your release,
to me, that's a shot you shouldn't even take.
This one barely
take that man left hand off the drip. You got a whole layup. Like, bro, what? I would have. I'm left-handed though, so. But yeah, you just got walked past, buddy. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't even have shot that. I would have had to hit one before I shot that. And looking at this score, it sound like you missed 3. These are three misses in the same spot. And like they were all in a row, it feel like. So yeah, you was just yanking. I ain't gonna fake it. You was yanking.
I love this clip right here because at the 16U level, this is the closest thing that you're going to get to an NBA look. NBA action, NBA drive, NBA volleyball smack to the 3rd row. You do a great job.
But that's Boozer, though. He hard.
Position on him from the pinch post extended.
It was a good take.
You got a great matchup, and you got a driving lane to the left and the right side. But what you decide to do is you put the ball above your head and stand straight up while Cameron Boozer is in the athletic
I would have took you.
You swing it back to your teammate to get the reset. You have this weak shot fake where the ball doesn't come above your chin, and then you step back on that. Kobe gonna tell you why that's a problem.
That's crazy.
Save more all season long.
You see a player pump fake. If they're right-handed, the right leg always goes behind, right? Now demonstrate. What the hell? They throw a pump fake, they do this, right? See how the back leg goes back?
Yeah, you're not shooting.
Who the hell is going to shoot the ball from that position? Nobody, right? So why would you fall for that pump fake? Not in a million years. So if a person's going to pump fake and you're looking at his foot and he's in that position, you know he's not going to shoot. He's going to drive the ball. You just back up, right?
You just back up. You know Cameron's dad, Carlos, played with Kobe, so obviously he picked up on some of that. And Cooper, if you want to be able to score at the next level,
yeah,
you got to get more consistent with your pump fakes. This play
shout
right
out
here
Bean
is
for that
exactly what
knowledge.
Scouts look for. Cooper, you have a go-to move, and you do it all the time.
He's a
And
go-to
you've
move.
mastered it. You see you got a great matchup right here. You're about 25 feet away from the basket. Ball starts on left. You go behind. You put the ball out way too far in front of you because your handle's loose. We're going to talk about that. You should have drove to the right, but you come back to your left because that's your go-to move. Because you're 6'8", 6'9", playing at the 16U level, you're able to shoot over this defender. But when you get to the league,
That's a bad
that's
shot.
going to be an instant block. What I see here is an indecisive player. You try to lull Cameron Boozer to sleep, bro. This is an NBA player. Okay, none of that stuff's going to work. You start off on the right wing and you end up shooting a dirt floater on the opposite.
I don't watch film, as y'all can see. I only see highlights. He's 16 though. That's a 16-year-old shot. So I can't get mad at that, but at the same time, that's a bad shot, and you should know that's a bad shot. Kick that, swing that to 13, reset.
Side. How does this happen? Your teammates do a great
Okay,
job
you
of
cut
moving
through.
without the ball.
No, he came back.
You try to get this little weak crossover that's going to go to the right, but you see all that defense over there. I would have loved for you to center
Bad spacer.
to the middle of the floor and get to the top of the key to survey it better. You get a switch on a smaller defender.
And then you shoot. You just scored over him. You should have just. Yeah, you shot it like. Is there a shot clock? Maybe, I don't know.
You should be able to overpower. But what you decide to do is a dirt step back behind the backboard and take a horrible
that's
shot.
wild.
And you out of defensive position to get back as your coach complains and tries to cover for you.
Ooh.
Now, I know that sounds like tough criticism. You know why it sounds like that? Because it is. This
Yeah.
ain't 16U, dog. You going to the NBA. If you go into the NBA, you got to have a higher basketball IQ. You gotta be a lot more decisive with your basket.
They came back because you was shooting bullshit. Because y'all up. And you shot them 2 wild shots. These bad possessions. I call out basketball when I see it. I'm a fan still. Cooper Flagg, I still hope you do great, even though you're going to them weak-ass dookies. But from what I see, I like your game. You just... We going off one game here, though. There's probably other games he probably went
Right here,
crazy.
you catch it on the right wing again. Your teammates do an outstanding job of moving without the ball and setting a side ball screen for you. But as you can see, all that traffic is over there. You take it to that right side anyway, instead of being patient and letting your teammate clear through, take his defender with him. What happens? You drive to the short corner, and now you're a triple team. At this point, you should be looking to pass the ball, but you end up losing the ball because your handle ain't where it is. And then you try to go through 2 defenders right here, which almost results in a turnover. You recover the ball. Your teammate is open in the left corner for a wide open 3. You don't pass in the ball. You shoot a fadeaway. This is horrible basketball decision-making right here, Cooper. You got to get a lot better than this. Because if you're going to be losing your ball like this, you look at Ja Morant. He did the same thing, and Tyrese Maxey's going on the other end for a layup. If you think you're going to be getting away with that at the NBA level, you got another thing coming. Now we back to your go-to move. And you've mastered this. You know, you got a great foundation with this, so you're going to be able to get a lot of counters out of it. But as a scout, this is very easy to seek out. He's going to have a bad shot fake where he puts his right foot back. He's going to drive left. He's going to go behind the back with his face down, so he ain't going to be able to see no teammates. Got your feet aligned this time, which is really good. Like I said, you got a solid foundation. Shot fake goes up. He goes under. And he's going to shoot right there at the rim. Now, at the next level, that's not Cameron Boozer, possibly. That might be Giannis. That's Rudy Gobert. That's Joel Embiid. That's going to get smacked to the 3rd row. So I would try to look for another counter because you tried this at the Steph Curry camp and he got smacked right back in your face. Now, I know you've been hearing me talk about the level that you're playing a lot, 16U. But this play right here is a perfect example of how I know that you are used to being the primary scorer at a lower level, and these guys are not going to play at an exceptionally high level.
Damn, swing that motherfucker, son.
This is way too much dribbling.
What the fuck?
Way too much decision. There's way too many basketball plays that could have been made, but you forced it, right? You are the point guard right now. You are the point forward. You should be surveying the floor. Your teammate sets an amazing
big body
back screen right now. So that means you know that side of the floor, somebody's probably going to be open.
Duh.
What do? You don't take advantage and
Bounce pass. Oh, Lord.
You continue to dribble and just waiting around. What are you waiting on?
Oh.
Through the lane, he got 4 defenders right there. He could have caught it and kicked it out to number 5. Choose not to do that again. At this point,
swing.
And learn how to move without the ball, but you're used to having the ball in your hand too much. Now you're back over there at that.
Said, this is my career. Y'all just living in it.
The entire game, that right wing, so you can drive right. You need to be trying to get back to the middle of the floor, which I see you try to do, but you should be doing a retreat dribble where you can get a chance to reset. What do? You try to get your head down. Cameron Boozer dives in there, and he's able to get a steal. He's able to stab at it. Now, Cooper, I really want you to study this possession on your own. I want you to look at what you should have done. I want you to look at what opportunities were there. I want you to look at what mistakes that you made, because when you get to Duke, this is something they're going to chew you out about. And if you don't fix this at Duke, when you get to the NBA, this is stuff that's going to get you on the bench.
It's bad.
I've done research on your family. Your mom was a really, really good player. So I know she had to have a high basketball IQ, and she's been coaching you your entire life. I know this is something that she did not teach you to do. Anybody knows
you never go to the corner.
Press during clutch time. There's one place you don't want to go, that's the coffin corner. I would have loved for you to make a banana cut to the wide open spot on the floor. But you go to the coffin corner where you're getting D'd up by 35, the baseline, the sideline, and now a double.
Why you leave him, though?
Why
you leave him, though?
You decided
Why you leave him, though, 13? You supposed to stay back.
With Keyhi Clark. This is not a basketball
what?
play.
He was there, though.
It's a low IQ play.
Bang, bang.
I've been seeing a lot of people talk to you about being a generational defender. They're saying you're the next Andre Karolinko. But every clip of yours I see where you're playing good defense, it's just you getting weak side blocks on non-NBA players.
That is true.
You're matched up with a future NBA player in Cameron
He does
Boozer.
get a lot of weak side blocks.
Give him a cushion even though he's hit 2 threes already. He takes you off the dribble. You reach, which puts you out of position. He puts his shoulder right there into the arm that you reach, gets his foot past you, gets to the rim, and he just missed it. If you do that in the NBA, on LeBron, on Giannis, you will get dunked on. Now, when they told me you were a generational defender, but all I was seeing was weak side blocks on non-NBA players, I was hoping you wasn't one of them pogo stick guys. But this shows right here that you are one of those pogo stick guys. Here you are getting help defense when you already got 2 defenders over there. You're going for the ball because you're a pogo stick and all you want to do is get your hands on the ball. What this does is put you out of position and your man goes right behind you and gets a layup. Being a coach's son, I would think you have a higher basketball IQ than that. We see it again right here as well. You going for the ball, getting put out of position, that guy attacks your top foot, and now you're not able to play good team defense. You're pointing out right now which matchup that you have. You're making sure that your teammate has him. You got number 23. But once again, getting in a good defensive position, pogo stick, you reach for the ball, you miss it. Because you miss it, now you have a horrible closeout.
Yeah, you got to run that down.
What he's supposed to do, which is attack your top foot, gets all the way to the bucket, and you get a cheap foul. And I know you worked on closeouts because there's footage of you out there in 8th grade doing this. This drill really ain't that good of a drill, but you know that you're supposed to be chopping your feet and have more discipline in that. Speaking of cheap fouls, what is this?
Get your hand out that cookie jar.
And what is this?
Get your hand out that cookie jar.
There's no reason for you to do this. You matched up with your man. You want to provide help defense, all you got to do is sit right there and be able to recover. But because you dive in, not only do you get a cheap foul in the NBA, that's going to be a wide open 3 with that spacing. Here, you're in transition. You're already matched up with your guy. I would love for you to get to the elbow right there so you can be in great coverage position. Because like I said, you already got your matchup taken care of. But what you decided to do.
I ain't watching the rest of that, but we watching one game at the end of the day. It's just one game. I don't think it's that serious. And also, this is another highly ranked AAU team, you know. But, I don't know. I feel with the footage provided, it's a little bit of a reach. It's a bit of a reach. Unless we could go put more games up. I don't know. But to have another game breakdown where it looked like this. But we can't. One game sample size ain't enough. Not for me to judge and say he a bust or he finna be overrated. Like we going off one game. One game. And yeah, he's playing with teammates that clearly look like scrubs. So I could get that of, I know y'all ain't finna do nothing with it, so give me the ball. I get that too. But that's not enough. That's not enough. Coop, I'm still rocking with you. I really just want to see what you do at Duke at this point. I really don't care what you do in high school right now, because it don't matter at this point. So once you get to Duke and see how you progressed, then is when I will judge. Because right now at my Verde, they just so much bigger and faster than everybody. It's just a dunk fest, so it's not like they really playing nobody to where he even gotta try, or any of them really. So it's like I'm not watching none of them games either. So once you get to Duke, then we can have a real discussion. But